Good afternoon, John. John Augustine here. I'm. It's kind of. I've just had my lunch. It being Friday, I don't eat any kind of meat, even though probably at my age I'm allowed to. But I've never done it on a Friday, so I had a hard-boiled egg and some other items, and a dessert, and some Easter log, or whatever you call it. So everything was quite tasty, and I thank the Lord for all these gifts. Now, the upper room, mine is a one-storied. Well, it's a bungalow stroke cottage, and it has 2 bedrooms, and then of course I have another one outside. We call it a sun house, and there's a dining room table there, and two settees, and one can be used as a bed. And there's a toilet and wash combination, hot and cold water. So and heating. So everything is hunky dory for anyone. So the upper room. Have you an upper room in your house? And if so, what do you use it for? I know some people have a billiard room or some other sort of a games room. Some of these big houses that you see, and there might be only one or two children in it. You could have you could have a lot more than that in it. But however, we're talking about the upper room. So the upper room I have in mind is the one in Jerusalem, where the apostles were, and maybe some disciples, after Good Friday, when they ran away, and Peter followed after and denied Jesus 3 times on that fateful night. And Jesus had said that he would before the cock crew, and he did. And when he saw Jesus coming out, where he was after being questioned by this Caiaphas and these other individuals, he wept, he repented. So they were all upstairs in the upper room. What was the conversation like? There could have been some disciples there too, and some mightn't have heard of it. Heard of what happened to Jesus, because it was a very sudden affair, nighttime, and then early morning. You might say they were in a hurry for people not to know. Would that be right? So they were in the upper room. What was the conversation, I wonder? Did they sort of say, how come we didn't know Judas was going to be the betrayer? Why did we run? We never expected Jesus to suffer like that, and though he did say it, somebody said. Maybe John said it. He was a favourite of Jesus. I think he was the youngest now. I think I'm not 100% sure on that. Don't quote me on that now if you don't mind. But I'm imagining what might have went on that fateful night up on the upper room where the Last Supper was held. And here they are. They all ran, deserted their Saviour. They had been around with him. They knew the miracles he performed. And he knew that the Caiaphas and the seducing party were out to sort of doom down. Even though the great miracles and raising people from the dead, like Lazarus, and there was a little girl raised as well, and they were all mourning. So they were talking, and kind of one or two of them said, I'm not going to quote them now, I'm just imagining, we shouldn't have ran. At least we should have stuck with Jesus, because he did say about that, but we're a bit slow up here, We didn't grasp it, did we? So they're talking away about this and about the fact that they deserted Jesus. But he never deserted them, did he? No, he stuck by them. He chose them. And he gave Peter the title of "You're the Rock," and on this, and the church would be built, the first pope. So there they were upstairs, talking about the events that occurred, and the mob that shouted, "Crucify him." Pilate wanted to release him. They heard they weren't there. They were afraid they might be suffer the same as Jesus. They wanted to live a bit longer. They didn't know what was going to be happening. They didn't know where they were going to be safe. What were they going to do? What, Jesus we saw and we loved him. He was just, we reckon he was, and Peter said, I said he was the Son of God. But he could say, and he said, you didn't say that of your own accord. The Father in heaven gave you that. So these were all the things running through in the talk. But we're talking more about Jesus. Why did he do what he did? And Jesus said it at the Last Supper, did he? Said one of you is about to betray me. And we all said no, including Judas. So we were stumped. But when he came in with these soldiers, and with the spears and all the rest of it, we took the fruits. We ran like jackasses. We did. We didn't support our Saviour, because that's what he was. Somebody said. So they were very sad and mournful and unsure of what lay ahead. And they had the doors locked. Oh, they were making sure nobody was going to get in. But they were sort of known. So this was after Jesus' crucifixion on Good Friday, when they ran, and then they were up in the upper room, with the doors locked. They were afraid to go anywhere, because Peter said there was one there when I was in. Jesus said something to me, and I'm ashamed of it, of what happened. But because he said it to me, I said, no, I'll stick by you. He said, you'll deny me 3 times before the cock crows. And I did. Because there was one saying, you were with him, and this, that, and the other. And probably the ones that would send me in there and do the same, execute me. I just wasn't ready for that at that time. But I feel ashamed. That's the God's honest truth, he says. And Jesus, when I saw him, I repented. I headed off with tears. The only thing, he said that the evil one was trying to put bad, make me, affect me. But Jesus said, I prayed for you, that you wouldn't. There you are. So Peter was a chastened man, believe it or not. But they were unsure what to do in the upper room. So we'll refer to it again, the upper room, another time, because it was another occasion something happened in the upper room. I'll continue that story again. I think you've enough on your plate now to contemplate on Good Friday what happened when the apostles ran. God helped them. They were afraid, but they should have stuck and asked Judas, what do you think you're at? And if the soldiers then might have been, the way they sort of wanted to execute anybody in sight, if they were a Christian, and they say, listen here, they could have said, look at here, we haven't committed any crime. So no, don't be putting your paws on us, and I don't know what you're doing, where you have Jesus arrested. And Judas, what did you do that for? Well, we know what he did afterwards. He 30 pieces of silver. Is money worth? Is it worth ever getting money on a day? Is it worth money being your God? I don't think so. Prayers is what counts. Yeah, he paid a high price for our redemption. So we finish on that note, and it might be more positive the next time. We'll see. We'll talk about and use our imagination. That's what we have it for. Just try and see some good that'll come. Bye now. Have a good day.